I know what you're thinking. It's on everyone's mind. What's a cat doing here? Is the cat the narrator? Do we have the right tickets? Are we in the wrong theater?
I know a lot of you are thinking, wow, Jan isn't in drag this episode. But you know what? I thought it would
You are in drag. Drag is everything.
But you're in a male drag.
I'm in drag room.
I paid my $5. I want to see Jan sport. Hi everybody, it's Jan.
And I'm Barret Cox.
And welcome back to another episode of
The Witching Hour!
Woo! Boom! Where we talk about all things Dragula,
Halloween,
witchcraft,
and alternative drag. Welcome back to the morgue this week for episode 7, which almost came out at the right time.
It's almost there, but...
There are 4 contestants. It is
Eva, Louise, Landon, and Dahlia.
Now, we have to give a shout out to the amazing podcast, All Right Mary, because I did a lovely interview and talk session about episode 6 with them, and they introduced me to something that has become my favorite part about this season.
Oh my god.
Just referring to Louisiana Purchase as
Louise.
She's freaking genius! Louisiana will now be referred to only as Louise or Lulu.
Well, because they made a good point. Louise, because she's such a mom.
I'm a mom. Katie, don't forget your lunch.
Louise is a mom, yeah. They specifically said like she's always searching for the halls in her purse. Like that's Louise.
I'm a mom.
Anyway,
Yeah, she's just sitting next to a kid filling out Highlights magazine at the doctor's office. You know what I mean?
Yeah!
Did you ever do highlights?
Absolutely, at the dentist.
And now you do highlights. Somebody was like, I'm nervous because Madeline's gonna go home. And I was like, yeah. Madeline has been in the bottom 19 times.
I loved Madeline's extermination because she had a good old time, but I think that they were just trying to be like, who's going? Like, I don't know, like it's so crazy at this point in the competition. Like,
Well, we knew she was going because they gave Priscilla tongs. Like you could actually pick things up. They just gave Madeline a spatula.
right. In walks Priscilla Chambers. And it's a bit of a shock.
Oh, I love that. And then we have this.
No, it is not!
They'll edit that out. Apparently all I need to win is a corset. My BFF Katya. I love that. I'm obsessed with it. And then they were like, Katya, is Ginger your best friend? And Katya was like, no. So Priscilla walks back in, and Priscilla sits down and is like, I will never be. So they're back in the top 5, and then all of a sudden, attention competitors. Come to the runway, bring it to the runway, bring it to the runway, run, runway.
And we find out that the contestants this week will have to compete in a floor show where they are going to be circus freaks. And that's why we're in these looks.
Talk about burlesque, honey.
Yeah.
Hi, Farrah. Oh no! Oh no! You know what was such a good band? Bowling for Soup. Do you remember that?
Of course.
Oh! You know what my least favorite thing on Drag Race is? Chad Michael goes, cock-a-doodle-doo. With his tongue. It freaks me out.
Jiggly. I got it in my hair!
Oh, I got my hair!
And then, Sharon. I'm sorry!
I'm sorry! Oh,
Okay.
oh, well, now Sharon said, future of drag. Future of drag.
Future of drag. I'm tired athlete. Future. The future.
Like, weird. It's just odd. Anyway, so they find out that they have to do this circus thing, and they have to do sideshow freaks.
And-
Let your freak fly away!
I thought you were gonna say goodbye to the freaks.
Oh, sideshow's good.
I
try, they would sound really good.
Oh yeah. But also they have to incorporate Bardo wigs.
Wig? Did you just say wig?
Into their challenge, and each of them get a specific color. I feel like this was like predetermined. They were like, yeah, pick a
They're
color.
like, this is perfect.
This one's perfect.
I'll be right. So they have to do a freak show, a sideshow look.
Yeah.
Sideshow bob, and then they have to do like a circus, like a freaky act.
Yeah.
The act. And then they have to style a wig.
Wig, okay.
Yes.
Which Eva does not know how to do. And she's freaking out about it.
Right.
So then, honey, the drama happens.
Yes, and I would say that this is the biggest fight this season so far, and it's between Priscilla and Dahlia.
It's very rough.
And my favorite part about it is that throughout most of it, Dahlia is just in this green wig, which is the best part.
One time, Charlie and I, you know exactly the story.
I know exactly what you're talking about, yeah.
Me and said friend who I don't talk to anymore were in a fight, and Charlie came up to us we were out at a party at a warehouse, and we were dressed as furry monsters, and Charlie was like, both of you, why are you fighting? And then we got home and we all cried, and then after we were all done, we just looked at each other and said,
We're dressed as monsters. Yeah.
Really? And that's Dragula.
So Priscilla basically brings up like the tops and the bottoms and who's like doing well in all of their statistics, and Landon's like, I'm really focusing on myself. Priscilla brings up the key that Dahlia had during the Dungeons and Dragons episode.
Yeah.
And Dahlia's like, you can't be mad at that. Like, that, sure, if that's an unfortunate circumstance, then whatever.
Hey, whatever.
But, you know, the universe wanted it to happen, so don't take it up with me, take it up with the universe.
Don't put it on me, girl. Don't put it on me, girl, no. Don't put it on me, girl. Don't. Courtney Stodden, anybody. Priscilla's like, yeah, you're lucky, because if you had gone up against Maxie, aka a fish. Do you remember the fish from Fishiokia on the Rugrats? That was terrifying. There was some really scary parts on the Rugrats.
There was.
I'm not Tommy.
There was that big baby that talked to Angelica, and it was like,
Now I'm gonna have to teach you a lesson. You had your chance.
And Priscilla's like, I have just been hearing from all the other people in this competition that you've been talking shit about me. And Dahlia's like, bitch, wait.
What?
I don't even know, but I felt a little hurt by you earlier.
Oh, girl,
you have your
don't
own
do
back.
all that, girl.
I would have been like, would anybody like to share?
Yeah,
because
Dahlia does.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, Dahlia's like, well, what is it? Why is no one speaking up? And Priscilla's like, because they all agree. But Dahlia's like, I've made my own stuff, I've worked my ass off, and I look fucking good, and I've been doing well in this competition.
What if, like,
No.
what are we as, like, queer people, especially drag performers, if we can't...
Who am I? You want my autograph?
His Hey Queen interview with Michelle! I love it, keep doing it. And, like, for Priscilla to say, like, you're a second-rate version...
Of your husband.
No, you're a second-rate version. You're a less version of Victoria. I think it's just rude.
How very rude.
Dahlia says, everybody talks. I am just the only person who is admitting it on camera.
I said I felt.
That was very Priscilla's energy.
Yeah.
Riddle me this,
Riddle me that.
Watch out, girls, this is that.
Oh my god.
What?
Liz. I never hear it.
Oh, I hear it.
I think that all of her points are completely valid. She's well spoken during all of them, and she defends the fuck out of herself. So good for you, Dahlia.
You're on a competition reality show, and listen. What was I doing at 23? Rolling around in mud?
I was singing in Santorini and Dubai.
I was probably suicidal.
No,
Really?
you were still 23 in college, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're in Boston.
Oh, okay, so I was rolling around in milk.
Yeah.
Eva's like, I haven't tapped in a while, so I'm gonna bring that out. On what planet, Eva? I really enjoy you.
My
but,
favorite is like
aw.
one of the contestants, I forget who it was, maybe it was Landon, was like, yeah, people are known for like breathing fire, and then Eva's just like, yep, let me give a little 1-2 tap dance, shuffle off to Buffalo.
Shuffle off to Buffalo!
Like work to do. Let's pack up our stuff and get the hell out of here.
Yeah, like, we gotta go.
To the immediate next shot, which is just them doing
Walking
the
back in.
same exact thing.
Monotonous.
So they come back into the workroom the next day, and like it's the same conversation basically. Priscilla's like, well, I know, Dahlia, that you said I didn't have any receipts, but here is a blank piece of paper because this makes absolutely no sense. I was like, what? She's like, well, I said that I didn't have to go. I fought tooth and nail. I gave up everything in my life to go to drag world. But that doesn't make sense because Priscilla didn't do it.
Yeah, and also like
Priscilla didn't make it.
but I guess she's claiming that that's what Dahlia said.
Who cares?
It doesn't seem like it's like anything that has to do
Who cares?
It's just random and
I knew something was going on. I saw him out of the corner of my eye,
dragging the stillborn calf
through
across
the whole restaurant. Didn't stop once.
It like pans over to Eva, who's struggling, and they're like, she's like, don't get in your head. She's like, it's what I do best.
You belong.
Eva seems to be getting in her head.
Thank you.
You would look like Edward Mordrake.
Wow, bringing it back. For years, Jen and I used to just love talking about Edward Mordrake. Edward Mordrake.
Kathy Bates in Freak.
Accent.
That's what I'm saying. Like we watched Freak Show together because
right.
we knew Edward Mordrake.
Edward Mordrake is real. I don't know why we thought that was so funny. I had to put in the batteries. I just realized. What are you surprised your gadgets work?
I just realized I never put any batteries in these.
Literally.
Which I say Elastic Wonder. Most of this episode, sorry guys, is like them fighting and like I don't want to get involved in drama. So like
I want to stay out of this.
I want to stay out.
That's not my narrative.
But it's literally that. Everything we just explained. It's Dahlia and Priscilla fighting and everyone else just being like So we're on the main stage and the boulets look cool. Cheetah print outfit.
I love the red details. And something else that I really, really love is in their eyebrows. I don't know if this is their actual eyebrow or if it's just the reflection of the red leather or pleather.
Red leather, yellow leather,
Oh no,
red
it looks
leather,
like
yellow leather.
it looks like latex. The red latex. No, see how it's the fucking reflection from the light. And we are introduced to our two guest judges. The first of which is season 1 winner and drag excellence as far as I'm concerned.
T.
Vander Von Odd. My god, this look is stunning. This hair.
When I was in LA, backstage, I saw Vander right after winning Dragula. The first one, waist this big. Like made Violet Chachki look like Fat Albert. Dead serious. Very Mr. Pearl. Looks fucking incredible.
Yeah, Vander's wild. Nothing but respect for Vander Von Odd.
The next judge is Sig Neutron from Face Off.
No
which is
relation
one-
to Jimmy.
Jimmy! I used to love Miss Fowl. He's done a lot of stuff for drag queens and it's just really fucking cool. Look at Vander. Oh, look at Vander!
Go Minnie! Go Minnie! Go girl! You get it, Minnie!
And now we get to
The Floor Show! Rest in my world from the fans and the color
What are those words?
Rose tint my world, keep me safe from the trouble and pain.
I heard color.
I probably said color.
I'm gonna put in clips of I'm gonna put in clips of Jan when we did Rocky Horror.
Hey, I'm gender bending tonight.
The darkness must go down the river, a night streaming. Flow, feel slow, let the sunlight come streaming into my life, into my
Very good job.
Yeah, oh, the Boulets.
No, you were so good.
Oh,
Still are.
thank you. Yeah, I loved performing in Rocky Horror. Andrew's Rocky Horror is the greatest thing I think I've witnessed live, and I was in it. It's a great show.
I reorchestrated the whole thing. It's very...
Could you imagine doing it with a fucking, like, not in college and with, like, a budget of somebody producing it? My God, it'd be fucking everything.
So then...
Undo the big top!
Oh my God. Do you remember the episode of So
Am I right,
Weird?
honey?
Oh, the big top. EJ, get in here.
Oh my God. So the first contestant up in the floor show is Landon Sider. I like this look, but it's not my favorite look of Landon's. The thing that I love about the look is the jacket. I love the headpiece. I love the beard. I love the mustache.
He has this ridiculous mustache.
I think the glass is cool. Landon brings up the good point, like what three shafts are going to look normal, which is a good point. But I don't know.
Just look at this one. I'm just not.
Something about it just did not seem
Finish!
No, it just didn't. It wasn't at the same level that I've seen Landon looks before. Like, I feel like Landon likes to focus on one detail and expands on it. This look, I felt like there were a bunch of details.
I like everything Landon does. The face looks fucking cool.
Yeah.
That banana making me...
Ooh, you're making me horny. Yeah, it's not that I don't like it, I just don't think that it's as good as Landon's previous looks.
And I don't like you. I like you.
I
was saying it to your face.
Why are you looking in my direction?
But next up, we have the tap dancing diva of Texas.
I was literally about to say the exact same thing and I'm not kidding.
No way!
Just Barbie legs hanging off. I don't get it.
Yeah, this one is not my favorite.
She looks gorgeous.
Oh, looks absolutely stunning. The idea of it isn't bad. I just think that if you're going to do something that is innately pure by nature, there needs to be more of a gag than just you tap dancing and having like a little baby on your stomach. Like, I think it just needed to be creepy. For this to be like, oh, you want to reveal, and it's like a melted plate baby with like two things hanging off at the side, and then tippity-tappeting, it's just not enough for me.
It's like very like Suzanne Barch when Suzanne has the doll dress on, but like I want to be like, whoa, conjoined twin. I want something alternative and like Priscilla last week with that dead cat.
Right.
Not on
Like,
this planet. I'm waiting for someone to go on Drag Race and like do something spooky, like I don't know, like maybe like do like a voodoo doll look or like look like they're melting or something. Do you know what I mean? Bring horror into it.
Right.
Like bring horror into fashion. I would design those if somebody just asked me. Next up is Pepper from American Batiste.
No, Batiste, yeah. Next up is Priscilla Chambers being Pinhead and is kind of giving herself a nail lobotomy. And I thought that was wild.
Whoa, that was wild.
I think the teeth are really, really nuts. They're really, they're seamless, to be honest.
That's how she used the wig?
Yes, that's how she used the wig. She,
okay.
But
she wanted to be
but
bald because she's a pinhead.
Yeah, but said that, Priscilla said that the actual character it's based off of actually had a doll with hair and like would carry it around. So like accuracy, like gorge, like good for you for going for it.
Accuracy is key.
I honestly think that the doll is too big. I think that if the doll was a little bit smaller, it might have worked. But
She
for
keeps
me,
having
it's
these process that stage her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The doll is just too big.
If Drag Race is the Olympics of drag, Dragula is the underground Mortal Kombat street fight of drag. And so like fucking bring it, and I want it to be punk. And I understand there is a world where you have a bit of glamour and glitzy whatever, but especially with Pinhead and Freak Show, like I want someone to go fucking in.
Yeah, I want it to be filthy.
Like those nails, honey.
Yeah.
Next up on the big top is the big, strong woman.
Yeah.
Dahlia Black.
She's a strong, gay woman! Really, really high concept. I love that we get this
Your Jinx Monsoon playing the character.
Oh my god. Work.
Not at all in the gender spectrum.
Right.
And like it's this really muscular, feminine, person who comes out and just stabs himself. Very Rosewood.
Right.
very Rosewood. If you don't know who Rosewood is, Google Rosewood. I've seen Rose at the Box many a time doing wacky stuff like this, and just she comes out, she's really muscular, and then will like pee on people in the front row. Reveals a heat miser wig that matches her armpit hair.
Yeah, it's a great twist that I wasn't expecting. And then she's fucking twirling these goddamn like weights.
Twirling, twirling.
It looks like she's doing. I want you lifting the shape and I think like they say.
I can't wait till Jerry Mitchell calls you.
Oh my. So Louise comes out and is in this, I guess, burlesque three-titted freak, which I think is actually good. This is probably one of my favorite looks of Louise's. I love this distressed Marcel wave that she has going on. I love the three tits.
I would love to sing tits and ass.
I think that they look great. I love the bodice that's underneath. I love the top. I think it's detailed well. I love the yellow nail that goes
Details.
I like this look a lot. It's not as creepy as I'd like it to be, but I think that
we're never gonna get that from Louise. Oh, I did not like the back bend because then I could see that this was a breastplate.
That wraps up the floor show.
Wrapping up. So I don't mind Landon's penises because one time I performed with Bob the Drag Queen in some random town in LA, and there were all these go-go men on stage and their penises looked fucking bonkers. And I'm standing there looking like a fucking normal human being, all tea, and these giant muscle dudes with like literal popsicles in their pants. I posted a picture on Facebook and people were just like, what is going on with their penises? So I don't have that much of a problem with Landon's.
I get it. It's, yeah. I just like the idea of the bulge is better.
When I first started watching porn, one of the first videos I ever saw was a guy with a penis that went like that, and I was really confused. I found it was when YouTube first started, and I accidentally found a video, and I was like, so I guess
a
it
crazy
wasn't
story. So today I was watching porn, not a video. One of the two people in the video, I was like, this is weird.
You know my story. I used to love this one guy in this one video, and then I found out he died. The Boulet brothers are asking, who do you think should go home this week, which is obviously a divisive question. Landon's like, wow, okay, we're going there.
Right.
And Landon's like, honestly, Priscilla, and like, it's a bit divided, but they don't ask everybody who should be going
No,
home.
they don't, but they do jump to Priscilla, who, before they even finish the question, says Dahlia.
Priscilla, who do you believe should
Dahlia, because every week she has kind of just coasted.
And then
Very Roxy Andrews.
Roxy Andrews.
Jinx
Monster.
But also Dahlia's like, yeah, I've been a bitch, and they're like, aha.
Right, like where? We don't see that.
Where? Well, so the tops are Dahlia and Landon.
And the winner of the challenge this week, to Priscilla's chagrin, is Dahlia!
Chagrin! Every time we...
The bottom being Priscilla, Eva, and Louise. I'm shocked. I don't think Louise should be there. The extermination challenge this week is stapling dollars to their body.
And so Louise is freaking out backstage because Louise is like, I have tattoos, I've gotten piercings, and I know for a fact I pass out every time that happens.
Louisiana's like moving here. Oh, sorry, pardon my French. Louise is moving, and it's funny because the Louisiana purchase was with the French. Was it? Oh. Wait, was it? Can you
yes,
know that?
It is.
Wait, was it?
Yes, they bought it.
But Louise is like, no, I don't want to talk right now. And then Dahlia's like, do you mind if I direct the story to somebody else? And Louise is like, yeah. My favorite was also like, they both come out in their outfits. They're like, okay. And then Eva's just fucking naked. But,
and gives us a full
manifesto. It's the Little Monsters manifesto.
Literally does De Profundis on stage.
This is for everyone that ever believed in me.
Can you imagine being like, yeah, I'm Andrew Barret Cox, And I can't imagine myself doing it.
I'm telling you, Eva is a Gaga fan. She is doing this a la the Little Monsters Manifesto. I am telling you, this is a fact. They were like, whoever can put the most on their body will survive the extermination. And Louise gets like 3, and Ava is like.
That's the thing, they need to like figure out the exterminations because while I love them, some of them are so like, you clearly win, you clearly lose. And some of them are like,
arbitrary.
all of you do this, and then we just choose whoever was worse on the runway. Also, they're like, you're gonna do it on a freak show stage. It's just their stage.
Right.
And we know that time has gone by because Vander has gotten out of drag and is now a PA on set. And Louise is starting to staple things in and then goes down, and we see not only is Vander a judge, but also taking care of Louise. Then Louise is going down, going down, going down.
Wow, the last kind of things you see of the episode before the extermination actually happened is Louise going down to the chair, which leads me to
from Shrek?
Yes. I want to know the story with Louise.
We're gonna find out
next
week. I'm excited.
Me too. Well, everybody, that wraps up this episode of the... Oop.
Sorry.
No. Should I say...
No, don't be sorry, I'm sorry.
Alrighty, everybody. Well, thank you so much for tuning into another episode of The Witching Hour! We will be back next week for another episode of Season 3 of Dragula. My name's Jan.
And I'm Andrew Barret Cox.
And we will see you soon!
And if you want to see us perform live with the Boulet brothers, Trixie and Katya, the top 4 of Dragula Season 3, and other incredible artists, get your tickets now to Dragathon, the Boulet brothers Halloween Nights Spooktacular in Boston.
That's who we are right now. Jim Jack. Previously on Dragula.